What started out as a way to protect their belongings in the great outdoors became what some call the lightning in a bottle idea, revolutionizing the smartphone industry.
And so where everybody else looks at the world and talks themselves out of greatness, Curt looks at the world and talks himself out of risk. He talks himself into opportunity.
Curt Richardson was born in Los Angeles, California in 1958.
I walked into a machine shop at our school in Trinidad at 16 and knew what I wanted to do. That came to fruition in 1981 when I bought out an old Hungarian toolmaker. And from then it was kind of off to the races, sometimes not very successful races, but business went up and down over the years.
Nancy Richardson was born in Denver, Colorado in 1959. And after earning a degree in interior design at Colorado State University, her first job was with Gary Hickson Interiors.
We actually met at a college and career group at our church. So here we are, 38 years later.
Yeah. It was very normal. You know, Dad had his business in the garage and the accountant sat at the kitchen table.
So in 1998, they formed Otter Products and began producing little tiny dry boxes. Listening to the feedback of customers, they realized, man, this BlackBerry thing that's in the market, this is going to be big. A lot of people are carrying these around and they're really fragile.
And with the new product, they had to come up with the perfect name.
Yeah. We love the outdoors, so it had to combine a few of the things that we love. So all of a sudden, OtterBox just popped up and we both loved it.
About 07, 08, things really started to take off because the smartphone really started to become part of people's lives.
With an annual revenue of over $600 million, Otter Products has grown to 550 employees in 4 countries.
If you look at Curt and say he's the idea generator behind Otter, Nancy is the beating heart of Otter. She is the person that is responsible for so much of the culture, so much of the values, so much of the things that make Otter special, including the logo.
So through the success of OtterBox, Mom founded Otter Cares.
I never knew there were so many uses for Otter, but I think that Otter Cares, I think there's a sense in which that term defines the entire culture.
When, there's a big win in the business, Mom's always standing there going, okay, it's time to give back to the community. It's time to give back to those in need because our family, one time, was in a time of need.
Nancy's also very passionate about her alma mater. The Nancy Richardson Design Center at CSU opened up in 2019.
So there's accredited programs now in which all different ages and colleges can join in a class and problem solve.
Stemming from his passion to create a legacy bourbon brand, Curt founded Old Elk Distillery.
He's a builder. He creates things. But you know what's unusual about Curt and Nancy is they don't build things for themselves. They build things to share with other people. He's just a big kid. He likes to create things and share it with his friends.
We were sitting once at breakfast and I said, so how do you spend your time? This was some years ago. He said, I spend half my time putting out fires. And that's what you do when you're in leadership a lot of times. So what do you do the other half? He said, I start them. So.
It's not easy to do what Curt and Nancy have done, to take a business in their garage and turn it into a global sensation.
The mission of Otter is we grow to give. So that's so much more important than a product.
I'm so proud of their faithfulness, their humility. Someone said, well, Curt caught lightning in a bottle. Couldn't be more untrue. What they don't understand is the backstory of hard work and sleepless nights and blood, sweat, and tears. And they haven't lost their souls in the midst of all this.